Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to all the Aquariuses out there. If you are an Aquarius sun, moon, rising, or north node, this is your tarot reading for the upcoming month of March of 2025. In case you're interested, I will be using my Midnight Magic Tarot deck, and I must say, Aquariuses, I've been meeting so many of you in the last couple weeks or so, and I am very excited to see what energy the universe is trying to bring into my life. I love Aquarian energy. It's my midheaven. You guys are amazing, and I hope your reading will be as well. So, with all of that said, let's see what Aquarius has in store for March. All right, Aquarius. So, the first card that fell out upside down. And usually when that happens, it's an energy that is available to you. It's just not like consciously something that you are aware of. So, I didn't flip that card over until the second card fell out, and this one fell out right side up, Ace of Swords. So, there is new beginnings on the horizon in terms of like things that will allow you to use your intellect and challenge yourself in a really healthy way, awaken your mind. Maybe you've been in a period of stagnancy and your brain just needed something, like some sort of like strategic something. And so the Ace of Swords is a good omen for that. So when the Ace of Swords came out, that's when I flipped over the first card, which was the World. Things are going to be happening for you. Things will be manifesting for you, and you won't even realize it's happening. And that's amazing. So the next cards all fell out together, also upside down, except for the Four of Cups reversed. This one was right side up. So the last three, I will say, after I mentioned the one on the bottom of the deck, Four of Cups reverse. I think I said swords. Four of Cups reverse was that one. The Empress reverse is on the bottom of the deck. Hanged Man reversed below it as well. And the Page of Pentacles below the Hanged Man. And then the bottom three cards, we have the Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles reverse, and Justice reverse. So there is a lot of energy of both endings and new beginnings. We have the World, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles. But there's like your energy is kind of divided right now. With the Four of Cups reversed, it's showing that you are allowing yourself to see beyond what is readily available to you to find new opportunity through what is being shown to you. So even if you're not necessarily thrilled about what you have right in front of you, you're able to kind of use this intellect, use this awakened mind, use this ability to see new beginnings, to almost like be creative with an opportunity. So for example, let's say you applied for three jobs and there's one you really wanted to get, one you're like, this one would be fine, but it's not the number one. And then the third one was just like, this is simply a backup. You didn't hear back from the first one. The third one didn't even want you. You're like, that's fine. I didn't want that one anyway. The second one is the one you hear back from. And the second one again, it's fine, it pays well. It's something in your field, so at least you'll be doing something you somewhat enjoy, but it's not, your top pick. You say yes to the second one because you know there is a way that you can kind of maneuver within that. And so rather than taking something that is perfect and just stepping into that role, you are able to take what is available to you and make it perfect for yourself. Use like little creative tweaks, get in there, use your intellect, use your ability to problem solve creatively to kind of tweak it so it becomes that number one spot that you were yearning for. Or alternatively, it's almost like you're using, like, you say yes to number two without ever having hearing from number one again. But you saying yes to number two and putting in the effort to make it your own is actually going to open up the energy to have that number one pick come back to you and be like, oh, actually, we want you. So then you can be like, sorry, number two, I'm out. Either way, you're finding a way to creatively open up energy and space within yourself to make something that's not necessarily your total ideal work for you. And because of that, again, since the world was upside down, this is how it showed up for me. The world was upside down, and the world is cycles completing, abundance coming in, manifestations coming in. It's also a sense of unity in itself. So I love the like comparing the world to. There's a word for it, and I can't think of it, but basically the numerological sequence of going 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, starting at the one, going to the whole, coming back to the one. But you coming back to the one not as an individual, but as like the one. Like all of us are in like united essentially. That's kind of the world energy is when you start at the fool, the individual, the zero, the hero's journey, come together with everything in the whole to then go back to the one. The world is coming back to that one. So you finding a way to maneuver through these different avenues in your life, and it's helping you be more aligned with yourself, be more aligned with your community, be more aligned with your vision for the world, essentially. The world, quite literally. And again, Ace of Swords, new beginnings on the horizon. So on the surface, things are very, very good. And not even below the surface as well. I mean, the only like, there's nothing like really perceivably dampened that I'm seeing here. I will say with the Empress reverse on the bottom of the deck, there could be some creative blocks, but with the Ace of Swords, I'm thinking, and again, the Four of Cups reverse as well, I'm thinking you can work through these creative blocks by challenging yourself, by challenging your mind. And with the Hanged Man reverse underneath the Empress, it's something that like you shouldn't, if you're feeling this creative block, don't wait for it to pass. Like Hangman reverse is about taking action. Like it's not a time for reflection. It's not a time for waiting to take the first right step. There was a quote I saw the other day that said, you will get so much farther if you just like take one step and fall on your face and fail rather than waiting to take the first step until the time is right. The more little steps you take, even if you fall down every step of the way, guess what? If you're here, let me turn it sideways. If you're here and you take one step and you fall, and then you get back up, then you take one step and you fall, and then you get back up, and then you take one step and you fall, and then you get back up, you're still further along than you would be if you just waited here and were like, oh, it's raining. I'll wait till the rain stops. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. Meanwhile, the you that is not afraid to fail is further along the journey. That's what this energy is giving me. That's what this energy is giving me. So as much as like this creative block might be a little bit frustrating for you because maybe you're not used to being blocked, maybe you're used to being creative, maybe you're used to just being able to problem solve with ease and now it's becoming more of a struggle for you, more of a challenge for you. It's something that the more you are able to put your foot forward and allow yourself to fail, because there is no fail. We're either growing or we're learning or we're moving forward. The more you are unafraid to fall on your face, the farther you're going to get. The farther you're going to get, and the more you're going to learn. And I mean, at least for me personally, I learn way more when I do something wrong. When I am able to say, oh no, oh, blue jay outside. When I'm able to say, oh, that was not the right move. Because then in the future, that right move is going to stick in my brain even more than if I just like, if I had somebody tell me the right way and I just did it without trying myself. Kinesthetic learning. Kinesthetic learning is going to be big for the time moving forward. And going on from there, Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles reverse, and Justice reverse. There is some sort of like karmic something that's going to help bring the scales back into balance. But first, it's going to tip the scales drastically to one side. Um, and I think it's almost because maybe they've been tipped for. No, that's not right. What is that? Maybe it's just time for you to kind of be a bit more selfish with what you with your resources. Yeah. Because resources are coming in, abundance is coming in, financial stability is coming in, like a leg up, societally speaking, in terms of your reputation, that's coming in with the Ten of Pentacles if it's not already here. But the King of Pentacles reverse and Justice reverse, it's you like especially as the humanitarians that you are, Aquarius, you might want to just as soon as you get something, you might want to give it out. You might feel uncomfortable receiving in its totality, especially when the thing you're receiving is bigger than you're used to receiving. You know, and I'll use this as an example. Say you're in court for whatever reason, getting a settlement, class action lawsuit, and somebody waved a fucking gun in your face for no reason. You're like, hey, I'm going to sue you. You know, whatever it may be, whatever it may be. You will like you can see the payout of this coming very, very soon. And maybe the payout is way more money than you've ever had at one time in your life. And so you don't know how to actually receive that. So you say, oh my God, I'm going to give some of this to my parents. I'm going to give some to my best friend. I'm going to give some of it to charity. I'm going to, blah, 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 blah. And you're just trying to give it away before you can even like taste a little bit of the fruit of it, before you even go out to dinner with your earnings, you know? It is a time to be a little bit selfish with what you have and learn how to receive without automatically trying to throw it back to other people. No, you, no, you, no, you, no, you. No, that's not the energy we're moving towards. And it's going to feel like with justice reverse, it might feel uncomfortable. But it's through this again, and this goes back to what I was just saying, like learning to receive. It's almost like when you learn better when you perceivably fail. In this case, you're going to learn the benefits of receiving, of abundance, if you force yourself to hold on to it more than you want to. You don't allow yourself to give as much away, that like even if you really really want to. It's almost like going against what you think is logical or what you feel is the right thing to do, but it's ultimately what you are meant to do, and that it's going to bring you more abundance with this 10 of Pentacles upright. You're not meant to be the King of Pentacles that's like the ruler of the land and very generous with his offerings. Right now, it's time to be selfish. And again, it's going to feel like you're like it's not going to feel normal, but it's going to help you learn how to receive, which I think is something that you are going to need to carry with you in the future. Where whatever is next, I don't know, this could be, next week or it could be 5 years down the line, but you learning how to receive now with whatever this thing is that is coming in, whether it is money or just, a job or relationship, whatever it may be. You learning to receive now is going to help you maintain this abundance and these manifestations come to form for a longer period of time and help you really appreciate it. Because and that's something else that wants to come through right now too. If you are gifted something, and money is the easiest example. If you're gifted a large sum of something, large sum of money, um, seemingly miraculously, out of nowhere, if you, as soon as you get it, say you get $1 million, you're like, I'll get 5 million here, la, 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 and leave yourself with like 100,000. You're showing the universe that it's like, oh, I don't appreciate this gift. I don't appreciate this gift that you gave me. I just want to give it to everybody else, which is noble and it is humanitarian. And maybe you don't need $10 million, but there is a lesson. There is a lesson in that where you're teaching the universe how much you are worth almost. And that's not quite the right word, but so next time a gift comes in, the universe, it's, oh my God, that's the perfect iteration of that. Like when companies have like the budget surplus at the end of the year, if they don't spend the budget that they were given for the year, the next year they get the amount that they spent the year before without that little bonus. So if you've seen that episode of The Office where they're trying to figure out, oh, should we get a new copier? Should we get new chairs just to fill up that budget? Because if they don't spend that budget, they're not going to get it next year. That's kind of the thing. You're showing the universe by giving all of your gifts, your physical gifts, I should say. Some gifts you cannot give away, nor should you speak about them. You're showing the universe when you try to give them away that, oh, I only need this, which might be the truth, but you never know what's going to come in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line. So just, yes, be generous with some of it, but also trust that what you are given is meant for you, even if you can't see it now, even if you just put it into savings and just let it accumulate over time. Trust that what you are given is meant for you, and you don't have to make it rain everywhere you go for everyone you meet. Okay? You can spoil your friends, take them out to dinner, buy them nice gifts, but like don't just push all of your blessings onto other people. All right, let's see what else wants to come out. For some of you, um, how do I put this? There's work in some sort of shelter, soup kitchen, homeless shelter, women's shelter. There's work that will make itself available to you, and through that opportunity, you will find more opportunity to follow that. That's not for everyone, for some of you. So if you get that offer to go volunteer, take it. Even if you think you don't have time, take it. Um, 7 of Swords, 3 of Cups, one of my favorites. 8 of Swords, and then 3 of Swords reverse. Very strange. This has never happened before. Right after I shuffled these next parts, my laptop just like restarted on its own. Luckily, the whole other video saved. I was ready to throw hands for a second, but there's so this portion of this message that I'm not sure I'm supposed to say. I'll shuffle again. It was literally as soon as I mentioned the other cards, as soon as I mentioned which cards fell out, my laptop went boom, shut down. Oh, Seven of Wands, another seven. Yeah, there's something about deception. There's something because Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, Three of Cups, Three of Swords reverse, Eight of Swords. Are you deceiving yourself? There's something unconscious here. And it's like, right as the computer was shutting down, I was saying the cards that fell out were kind of like a change of pace, change of vibe compared to the beginning of the reading. Maybe it's your ego. Nine of Pentacles upright. Something is deceiving you. And it might like I'm leaning towards it being yourself because the Eight of Swords. It's a self-imposed prison. It's a prison that you place yourself in that you can get out of any time. But especially with two sevens out, it's like there's internal like quarreling. There's fighting, there's challenge, there's deception. But with the Nine of Pentacles, it's also like satisfaction and almost a job well done. Four of Swords reverse. And so much swords energy. And especially since we started with the Ace of Swords, remember that was the first card that was upright that we saw. It was the second card out of the whole deck or of the whole spread. There's some sort of inner mental challenge. The devil. So yeah, this is something internal. This is something unconscious. This is something that you're doing to hold yourself back. And this is sideways strength. So it can be upright or reverse, depending, I guess. There are other cards behind it. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be out though, because this is like solid in a pile. They're not even peeking out. There's some sort of deception that you're telling yourself, but at the same time, there's a sense of satisfaction and celebration. There's a sense of easing heartbreak with the Three of Swords reversed. It's when the Three of Swords upright, as you can see, three swords are pierced into the heart. But when it's reversed, the swords have the ability to let gravity do the work, to let it naturally fizzle out, to let that heartbreak kind of take care of itself. Especially next to the Three of Cups, celebration, community, togetherness, sisterhood. It's a very strange dynamic here, where it's almost like part of you wants to be in that celebratory energy, but there's a part of you that feels you don't deserve it. And it's that part of you that feels you don't deserve it. It's actually deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself into thinking you don't deserve it. And we know that's the truth because of the Three of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles and with strength. And I put strength upright when I placed the card down. I didn't even realize. And with strength. And ultimately, again, with the devil on the bottom of the deck, this is all unconscious energy. This is past wounds that you haven't fully like worked through and healed through. Um, Oh, and another three reverse underneath the devil. Three of Wands reverse. This is something that is like has been a coping mechanism without you even realizing it's been a coping mechanism. You've been what's preventing you. You've been what's preventing you from obtaining the celebration, the blessings, the manifestations, the abundance that you rightfully deserve. And I think that's why the world came out upside down at first. That's why we couldn't see the world at first. And that's why I think the world needs to be behind the scenes because if you see it coming, you are going to do something to self-destruct. So you prevent your manifestations from coming in because I think that's a cycle you've been trapped in for a long time of feeling unworthy. But the Nine of Pentacles is telling me that you're shifting your mindset, you're shifting your ability to receive, you are shifting that ability to feel worthy. But that's why that's why you are being called to be more selfish right now because you need to learn how to receive. Oh, I feel that. I feel that. You need to learn how to receive, Aquarius. You need to learn how to receive and know that you are deserving of what you are receiving. You're deserving of the gifts, you're deserving of the blessings, you're deserving of the abundance that is on its way to you or has already came. This has been a cycle that you've been in probably for a while, and it's always been your own self-deception. It's always been your own self-deception. And maybe this is like stemmed in childhood. Maybe it's Saturn's influence on your chart. Especially if you're an Aquarius rising or a Capricorn rising with Aquarius placements. Saturn is your ruler. Saturn is your ruler. And Saturn can trick us into thinking that we need to, if we don't put in the right work, if we don't sweat all over the grindstone, that we're not worthy of the blessings that we receive, but you are. You're worthy because you're alive and breathing. You're worthy of receiving because you are a human being. You're worthy of receiving because you are you. Period. 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 And that's what this is about. That is what this is about. And I think I love that the Three of Swords is reversed. I love that the Three of Cups came out upright. Again, one of my favorite cards. I don't know if that got cut out in the last video before it ended, but Three of Cups is one of my favorite cards. I'm thinking about it, getting it tattooed because I have the Magician on this side. I might get Three of Cups on the side, but we'll see. We'll see what comes. Anyway, enough about me. Um, Nine of Pentacles upright. You're learning to receive this sense of there might be a feeling of restlessness with the Four of Swords reverse, because it's going to feel uncomfortable, which we mentioned before. It's not going to feel natural to receive as much as you will be receiving. You are going to want to self-destruct, or there's a word, is it self-destruct? Self combust. I don't, you know what I mean? Like essentially ruin it because you think, even if it's unconscious, even if you don't know you think this, there's a part of you that thinks you're unworthy. But the Nine of Pentacles energy is coming in to say you are worthy. You've put in the hard work. You've done all the things you need to do in order to open yourself up enough to receive. It's just about believing it. It's about believing it for yourself, Aquarius. And I do think you're on the way. I think you're on the way. It's a lifelong journey, and I think you're on the way. Because these other cards wouldn't have fallen out with this if it wasn't the truth. It's just getting yourself out of that self-imposed prison and telling yourself over and over again that you are worthy of the blessings. You are worthy of the manifestations. You are worthy of the abundance. You are worthy of the relationships. You are worthy of it all. You are worthy of it all. And it's just recognizing, bringing awareness to these unconscious habits that keep us from receiving. That's your biggest lesson in March. That's your biggest lesson in March, learning how to receive. Learning how to receive, learning how to receive. We are going to all learn how to receive. And I'm curious too. I know in March, I think it's in March, Neptune moves into Aries. So just look at the transits in the month of March. Look where the planets are. Just see what, if this resonates for you, see what areas, which houses you might have a bit more challenges with. Look at your fifth house, see if anything's moving through the fifth house. Look at Taurus, your second house, your values, um, and just see how you can work with the energy. If it's more challenging energy, how you can work with that. If it's more like uplifting energy, how you can work with that. And again, that's not going to be for everyone. I know it's transits can be confusing. It's fine. If you are interested, I can help you out too. You can go to my website and check that out. Send me an email, give me a message. I can respond and get back to you. Um, but it's just March is about learning to receive and learning that you are deserving of the world, learning that you are deserving of everything you try to give to others. You are deserving of that. It's time to be selfish. It's time to be, because, and that's the thing, it's not even selfish because you learning to receive now is actually going to help others in the long run. But you need to learn it for yourself right now. That's what March is about. Aquarius, I love you guys. I love you guys. And of course, this was a general reading. So it is possible not everything resonated. And if that is the case, you can check out my website, linked in the description below. And there you can book with me for tarot, astrology, human design, and finally, numerology has been posted. I just did it yesterday, so that should be live on the website now. If you did like this reading, leave me a like and leave me a comment and let me know how it resonated. And of course, we do this every single month for all of the signs. So if you're interested in getting the forecast for the month ahead, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I also was going to say, comment any other kind of videos you want to see me do. I want to branch out just from the astrology or whatever this is, tarot videos. So if you are interested, I know a lot about astrology, human design, numerology, all of these different things. If you do want just information videos, if you want just fun things, if you want lives, let me know. I'd be interested in branching out that way. But Aquarius, again, I love you guys so much. March is the time to receive. It's the age of Aquarius. Quite literally, 2025. Quite literally. Oh, I love you guys. And you can break out of this self-imposed prison. It's not real. It's not real. Learning to receive and like how lucky are you that all you have to do is learn how to receive things and you break yourself out of this unconscious prison that you don't even know you're in. Your blessings are for you. The more you keep those blessings now, the more you can help others later. You don't want to give from an empty cup, you want to give from the overflow. Allow your cup to be overfloweth. Allow it to overflow. I love you guys.